Hey, welcome back, everybody. January 14th here, 2025. I want to talk about the mid 90s under Bill Clinton and, of course, the First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton. And I just want to start off with we got to remember in the early 90s, a lot of crazy stuff happened. All right. You had the what now we know turned into the Green Initiative, which was pushed through by Congress in 1993, which is basically the groundworks for um, renewable energy and getting rid of carbon and yada yada yada. Um, we also had the they tried to outlaw handguns by passing the Brady Bill to prevent violence from handguns. Sorry, excuse me. We also had the crimes bill that Joe Biden and Bill Clinton and Newt Gingrich pushed through that put more people in jail um, than it's, dude, for the United States to have such a small percentage of the world's population, we have the highest percentage of prisoners in the United States. We don't forget Bill Clinton also passed the North America North American Free Trade Agreement, the NAFTA, which killed all remaining American manufacturing, and a lot of millions of good jobs, like decent paying jobs, got outsourced to other countries. Um, and the downside, looking back to NAFTA, is that it enriched the Mexican drug cartels to a level where they have more military firepower than the Mexican government. And then, in the I want to say in the late 2000s, before 2010, when Obama was in there, they had the Fast and Furious, where we were we were working with the cartels to get them military equipment and allowing them to run drugs, and the current overdose epidemic that nobody wants to talk about. Um, I don't want to get sorry. Let's keep it on task here. Um, did you know that America has 5% of the world's total population, and we do 90% of all the illicit drugs on Earth? Crazy, right? Um, I think Bill Clinton and Hillary Rodham Clinton, they laid the framework and took us back, to the foundation of sabotaging America. NAFTA, basically taxing ourselves to do business, not smart. The crimes bill put more people in jail than you could even imagine. The Green Initiative that was pushed through by Nancy Pelosi and Newt Gingrich back in '93. Um, you know that movie with Tom Cruise about Barry Seal, where he's running drugs from Central and South America and dropping them off in the Arkansas Bayou? Guess who was governor back then? Bill Clinton. Did you know that Hillary Rodham's Clinton, her father or grandfather, when Al Capone went to jail, took over the Chicago Mafia outfit? Bet you didn't know that, did you? Um, it just goes to show you that everybody loved Bill Clinton when he was playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall, saying he didn't inhale, and everything was fine until Monica Lewinsky was bopping on him in the White House, and then all of a sudden there was 10, 11 sexual allegations against Bill Clinton. He paid out millions of dollars. What's the definition of is? I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I mean, okay, that's fine. We'll go with that. I'm just saying that if you look at, we had under Clinton, we had the Black Hawk Down situation in Somalia. We weren't even supposed to be there. And we got caught and they shot us down and they made a movie about it. Then you look at what he allowed to happen in Serbia, Kosovo with Milosevic, and the genocide of Serbians, ethnic Serbians. And it's like, it goes on and on. Then you had Donald Rumsfeld come out the day before 9/11 saying that the Pentagon's missing $2.3 trillion. Next day, coincidentally, we had military drills. There were drills going on, and that's why the air traffic controllers didn't think anything of three planes just going off the crazy train, right? Okay. Um, then we know what happened then. Patriot Act, you, the government spying on all of its citizens. You had 2 decades of the Iraq and Afghanistan war. We just saw the complete and utter disaster of the withdrawal of Afghanistan by Joe Biden, where 13 soldiers died for the U.S. and we abandoned our allies that were fighting the Taliban for 20 years. And then Joe left them like $8 billion worth of tanks and guns and machine helicopters. And I just don't, the adults were back in the White House, you guys. I don't know how that could happen. And so, when you know that the U.S. military and the CIA were in charge of the opium poppy fields for 20 years in Afghanistan, and while we have the biggest drug overdose epidemic of all time, and nobody wants to talk about that, and everything's brought to you by Pfizer and Moderna, huh? Yeah. So all I'm saying, and then we have, and don't forget, we need an economic crisis every 7 to 10 years. Rinse, rather, repeat. And so there's nothing new under the sun. It's all been done. And the divide and conquer playbook works every time. I'm telling you, when you can't get 3 out of 10 people to agree on anything, but yet 52 countries can agree that no one's allowed near the South or North Pole in the Antarctic Treaty Agreement. I wish somebody, some big brain person that's smarter than me could explain that to me. Oh, it's militarily, it's strategic because you can control everything. Well, what? I don't understand why we cannot go down there. Okay. I remember Buzz Aldrin went down there and he tweeted out, "You should be really afraid," right? And he had a heart attack. And then you had um, the Catholic, one of the Catholic church leaders meet up with the Eastern Orthodox Russian church that split away from the Catholic Church like 15,000 years ago. And they all of a sudden are talking about reconciling the Eastern Orthodoxy and the Catholic Church. I don't know, man. It's like that. It's crazy. But then you think about when John Kerry was Secretary of State, he went down there. Obama went down there. You had all these world leaders go down to Antarctica for some reason. You know, oh yeah, we found some ice crystals that are really cool, and I don't know. Like, there's got to be something to it. You don't spend the kind of money that all these governments spend down for no effing reason. You say we're going down there because we want to find out, we want to find all the bacteria from the Stone Age and all that stuff. I mean, you're messing with things that shouldn't be messed with at the bare minimum, right? So I just look at it like this, ladies and gentlemen. You got the divide and conquer playbook has like, together we stand, divided we fall, that Pink Floyd lyric. And it's like they've divided all of us, with ideologies and, crazy talking points that have been pigeonholed by the 6 remaining media companies remember in the Telecommunications Act where I told you we went from 55 to 60 media companies in the mid 80s to by 1999, it was down to 6 companies that have been controlling your information now since before 2000. And then we know what came in between, and it's just like, you got the Jesuits, the Decepticons, you got the same families that have been in power since before Jesus came. And it's a big club, but we're not in it. Me, you, them, they don't give a f about us. You know what I mean? They wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire. That's how little they think of us. So, and if you don't know, just look at what happened to the people from Hurricane Helene and Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. Look what happened to the people of Hawaii, East Palestine, Ohio. The people of BP in New Orleans for the oil spill back in 2005. I mean, you got thousands of earthquakes happening near the New Madrid's fault line from fracking, um, and it's just like, you know, we are living in an age where nobody will believe anything. And I remember there's a retired CIA guy, I can't remember his exact name, but he said, "We'll know our objectives are complete when the American public believes absolutely nothing about all the information that's coming out." And I would just say to that, mission accomplished. Where's George Bush on the aircraft carrier? All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. I'm out.